Welcome to SVR IAS Academy. CommandIndia.com is our website. Today's date is 21st May 2016. In this video lecture, you are going to see three important topics. First, silicosis. First topic is silicosis, how it occurs, what are the effects, and what are the steps we need to take to reduce the silicosis and its effects, and so on. Second topic we are going to discuss is fecal incontinence and the indigenously developed system called cora to manage the fecal incontinence system, because 10 crore people are affected worldwide. 10 crore people may be at the risk of developing fecal incontinence. So that in this background, India indigenously developed cora like Rotavac vaccine in the health sector. So you must know some important points about cora. And the last topic of the day is about cyclone rano. Cyclone rano is important for prelims examination. In this background, we discussed about what is cyclone, what is anticyclone, and how cyclone and anticyclone form, which indicates good weather, which indicates bad weather, and what is highs, what is lows. In northern and southern hemispheres, how they will rotate, in which direction, whether clockwise or anti-clockwise. So this video is very important for the prelims examination. So let's start it. Now let's discuss about silicosis. Silicosis is an important topic for prelims examination every year, and it is coming in the news regularly. In this background, let's discuss some important facts on the topic. Silicosis is a lung disease. Is a lung disease caused by breathing, or you can say inhaling the silica dust. Inhaling silica dust. Silica dust is mainly formed during mining, quarrying, tunneling, and in other activities like glass workers and sandblasters also exposed to silica. Silicosis is a form of occupational lung disease. It's a form of occupational lung disease. Silica is most commonly found in the nature as quartz. So this is an important point for prelims examination. Silica is most commonly found in nature as quartz. According to the ICMR report, ICMR stands for Indian Council for Medical Research. About 30 lakh workers in India, are at high risk of exposure to silica. Apart from that, more than 50 lakh construction workers are also at the risk of silica exposure. The problem is that detection rate for silica exposure is low in India, and silicosis is often diagnosed and treated like tuberculosis. So detection rate is low for silicosis in India. It is one of the problem. And major silicosis affected states are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Delhi and Karnataka. In 2011, National Human Rights Commission tabled a special report to the Parliament on silicosis. In that report, NHRC says that failure of the government to provide health facilities to the silicosis affected people was a violation of human rights. So, what can we do to reduce the number of workers exposed to silica or people getting affected from silicosis? Government should ensure healthcare to all workers employed at the places prone to silica. When affected, government should provide adequate compensation to the families in the case of death or any other disability. Working conditions should be properly regulated and proper warning should be issued, and government and industries should provide protective equipments to the workers. We can use modern technology to prevent the disease, and we should arrange regular health checkups for workers. Regular health checkups for the workers. The worker may be regular worker, contractual worker or daily wager. Irrespective of the nature of job, regular health checkup should be organized. National Human Rights Commission recommended to amend the legal provisions like Mines Act, Factories Act, Workmen's Compensation Act to bring silicosis under their purview. So these are the steps we can take to reduce the number of workers affected by silicosis or exposed to silica. So prepare well on silicosis is a very important topic for prelims and mains examination. Now let's discuss about fecal incontinence and cora. Cora. What do you mean by fecal incontinence? It is a medical condition featured by inability to control one's bowel movements. Inability to control one's bowel movements, and it causes stools or feces to leak unexpectedly from the rectum. So now you understood about fecal incontinence. Around 10 crore bedridden patients, 10 crore or 100 million bedridden patients are affected by fecal incontinence. Then now we will discuss about cora. Cora is the spin-off of a program launched by Department of Biotechnology. Cora is nothing but an indigenously developed, affordable fecal incontinence management system. It is an indigenously developed fecal incontinence management system. You can quote in GS paper 3 as it is one of the achievements of India in the field of health sector because it is indigenously developed, like Rotavac. Rotavac is a vaccine that is indigenously developed by India which acts against rotavirus infection. Now let's discuss about cyclone rano. Cyclone rano. Cyclonic storm Rano is an active tropical cyclone. It is the active tropical cyclone formed in the Bay of Bengal. It originated from a low pressure area south of Sri Lanka, and it gradually moved north and northeastern direction. Cyclone Rano brought torrential rainfall to the states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, and parts of Bangladesh. In this background, we advise you to prepare thoroughly on cyclone and anticyclone formation. In the cyclone, center has low atmospheric pressure. Center has low atmospheric pressure in cyclones, whereas in the anticyclone, center has high atmospheric pressure. As you may know that winds flow from high pressure area to low pressure area. Wind flow occurs from high pressure area to low pressure area. So now let's understand the mechanism in cyclone. In cyclone, center has low pressure area. So from outward to inward, wind flow occurs in cyclones. Cyclones are commonly known as lows. Cyclones are commonly known as lows. Cyclones are indicators of rain, clouds, and other forms of bad weather. It is an important point for prelims examination. Cyclones generally are indicators of rain, clouds, and other forms of bad weather, whereas anticyclones are also called as highs, and they are predictors of fair weather. Formation of anticyclones indicate fair weather. Now let's see how to define cyclone and anticyclone. Cyclone is defined as a system of winds that rotates around the center of low atmospheric pressure. We can define anticyclone as a system of winds that rotates around the center of high atmospheric pressure. Now let's see another very important prelims point is that in the northern hemisphere, cyclones blow counterclockwise and cyclones blow clockwise in southern hemisphere. Cyclones flow anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere and clockwise in southern hemisphere. Opposite is true for anticyclones. That means anticyclones flow clockwise in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in southern hemisphere. One common feature in both cyclone and anticyclone is that vertical air movements vertical air movements are associated with both cyclone and anticyclone.